everybody. Sean Hammond with PremierGuitar.com. We are at Musikmesse 2013 in Frankfurt, Germany. Talking to Juha Ruokangas of Ruokangas Guitars. Got Antti on guitar here. Juha, you have a few really cool new models here. We're starting off with the Unicorn Artisan, is that right?
That's right, yeah. Unicorn Artisan is the new semi-hollow version of the Unicorn guitar, and it has the kind of my trademark wood combination that I've used in my guitars for nearly 20 years. The Spanish cedar body and neck, together with Arctic birch top from Finland, and rosewood fretboard. And we always use the nut bone comes from Finland as well. It's from hunters that hunt down moose.
Oh wow!
So it's seriously, I mean, it's moose shin bone that we use for all the nut bones in our guitars.
Moose shit? Just kidding. Moose.
Yeah.
No, that's really cool. The top is beautiful. Like, it makes me wonder why more people don't use birch on the tops.
Yeah, it's really a challenge to use birch because, you know, in the largest part of the world, you don't get that kind of birch, the kind of species that develops this beautiful graining. But you know, we have it in Finland, but also in Finland it's really like a struggle to get it. So you know, we go to the forest, we pick the trees. I mean, literally, I need to pick the trees that the timberjacks will cut down for me and saw into planks and, you know, saw the right way. So it's not really birch is not available for the industry. So it's something, from my point of view, it's a cool thing because, you know, it gives me, at least these years that I've been in the business, it's given me kind of like almost like a monopoly position using this.
You have a strategic advantage because of your location.
Absolutely, yeah. And another beautiful thing about it is that, you know, it's local. So if you think about
your community, or you know,
absolutely, and also from ethical point of view, because you know today it's like the tropical wood and all the stuff is like a big issue on guitars, and you know the Honduran mahoganies soon gonna be out, and Brazilian rosewood is already like nearly banned, and all this stuff. So you know it's really cool to be able to use something from my own country than something that I know that is not stressful for rainforests and stuff, so it's really cool.
So, yeah, that is very cool. So it's actually harder for you to get the birch like this than it would be to get maple like that?
Absolutely, because you know we needed to create the whole system. So we developed the grading system for the wood. So you know we have highly flamed, we have subtle flame wood, we have exceptionally flamed. But it's like, because birch it's kind of like a more wild wood, if you would say, than flame maple. Flame maple or quilted maple, it's kind of, you know, there's certain patterns that it develops, but flame maple looks like flame maple, right? But Arctic birch can look like a million different kinds of things. You know, it's really wild, and it's a challenge to make it into business. But we've been working on it for such a long time that it's cool, and we have a lot of it for our own use. So
very cool. So let's talk a little bit more about like the hardware and stuff, and the pickups, the switching.
Yeah. Well, as you can see, it's like a single cut carved top guitar, and we with the use of Spanish cedar and Arctic birch, we get it really lightweight and like a super big sounding resonant dynamic guitar, and it's pretty much hollowed out. So we have like block here in the middle, but rest of it is really like it's hollowed out, and the pickups, it's also custom pickups for the Unicorn guitar that is made for us by Harry Heusel here in Germany, and the wiring is pretty straightforward, traditional stuff, except that we've added a little nice detail here. So in the middle position, you got a push-pull pot here, which switches the pickups out of phase. So you get kind of like the so famous Peter Green stuff.
Okay, so no fancy pulling up to get single coil tones, just the phasing thing.
No, it's because these pickups that we made is like asymmetrically wound humbuckers.
Okay.
And so we really
for authentic half tone.
Yeah, and kind of beyond with this wood combination, because it's such a dynamic. This guitar unplugged, the acoustic tone of the guitar is such rich musical quality to it that, with like open sounding humbuckers, because humbuckers always compress the tone. But when the winding is asymmetric and with specific magnets and really like careful planning tailored to this guitar, we get it. It's kind of like these pickups are somewhere tone-wise, it's somewhere between P90 and humbucker. So it's like really open. It has a punch, even though it's a humbucker. And it kind of sounds like unhumbuckerish.
Okay, that's a good transition. Antti, let's hear a few different samples of this, maybe with some clean sounds and then distortion. The works. Nice job, Antti. It sounds really good. Very open sounding.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not quite what you expect when you look at that shape of a guitar.
Absolutely.
Now, before we move on to a couple other guitars I should mention, we're hearing them all through an Elmwood combo. What are the power tubes in that?
Power tubes in the Elm.
Actually, it's quite new for me too, so I don't know.
It's just a really cool Elmwood. You'll have to take their word for it. All right, we're moving to the next guitar. Next up, we've got a cool T-style single cutaway 12-string here. What's this one called again?
Mojo Grande. That's our Mojo Grande 12-string guitar. Design-wise, I mean, the biggest challenge for me for this guitar, because I really wanted to make a 12-string guitar for a long time, and I wanted to start with the Mojo Grande because this is like the ultimate country-picking guitar. The Mojo Grande that we made, like. It kind of appears a thin line guitar, but again with this wood combination, it's a totally different animal. I mean, it's louder and it's somewhere in the kind of like halfway between semi-hollow and the true acoustic guitar. I mean, Tommy Emmanuel bought one of these guitars from me, 6-string version of it, and he told me that this is the most acoustic electric guitar that he has ever played in his life when he bought the guitar. And the 12-string, the biggest challenge design-wise was the headstock, because all the 12-string, I mean, like Fender-style headstocks, it's like, I mean, let's face it, they're really ugly usually, and I wanted to challenge myself that can you really make something different, this time that you could have it as sort of delicate as possible. Yeah. In terms of still fitting the old 12 tuners on the headstock, so
you managed to keep it pretty much standard size.
Yeah, and I'm proud of that, because even though it looks like standard size, it gives you the right appearance, but to get everything fit and to get the strings aligned the right way, it was a hell of a work. But I mean, so I'm proud of that. I'm really proud of that. And this particular guitar, it's our Mojo guitar number 200. The number 200, so the serial number, yeah.
So what's the wood and what pickups are in it?
It's a Spanish cedar body and maple neck, and again Arctic birch top. And to celebrate the 200th Mojo guitar, we have a true matching set of all the top and the fretboard and even the headstock veneer, all from the same piece of Arctic birch. And the pickups also made for us by Harry Heusel, they're both single coils. So the neck pickup is it's a P90 style pickup in a humbucker housing, and the bridge pickup is well, it's basically
What it looks
really
like?
fat sounding Telecaster pickup. But the special thing is because we, with 12 strings, I wanted to use a bridge that we can intonate every string perfect. So with this bridge, I needed to develop something else for the to get the Telecaster twang from the bridge pickup. So we added a steel plate, which alters the magnetic field of the pickup in the same way as a vintage Telecaster bridge would do.
Very cool. Now, is it standard 3-way switching?
No, it's not. It's 4-way switching. So you get the extra bonus. You get the pickups wired in series, and also so you have bridge pickup. You have both pickups in parallel, neck pickup alone, and you have both pickups together in series.
Okay, cool. Let's hear it, Antti. All right, nice job, man. Juha, tell us about this gorgeous blue guitar we got here.
I call it the Mojo King, and it's my midlife crisis guitar. Seriously, I mean, I didn't have money to buy myself a sports car, so I needed to design something that would, that has muscle to it. So it really started off half as a kind of like a joke to make something really like hot rod guitar, and very untypically for my usual procedure when I'm designing guitars. This started as purely as like a visual design project. I wanted to make it look like, it's fast, and I put their switches and stuff, and without even thinking that what are the switches gonna do. So it kind of started out that from the other end and usually, but we ended up having quite cool things because what the guitar has is that this is it's a T-style guitar, but we have a tremolo and we have a true bridge pickup twang thanks to
with the steel plate.
Steel plate, and we have another Telecaster bridge pickup in the middle to do cool stuff together with the other pickups. And we have the P90 in the neck position, and then we have the, I don't know if it should be said on Premier Guitar, but I call it the hard-on switch. You have to hear it. But so the guitar electronics is pretty straightforward, to figure out. Even though you have switches, like several switches there, but the thing is that you get the bridge pickup alone, and in the second position you get these pickups together in parallel. In the next position you get these pickups together, which would be like the Telecaster in between sound.
Yeah.
And then you get the middle and the neck pickup together in parallel, and the neck pickup alone. And in the positions 2 and 4, this switch can be activated, and it switches those two pickups to series wiring together. And in the usual,
sort of like a humbucker.
Yeah, and in usual conditions, if you put two Telecaster bridge pickups and make it into a humbucker, it doesn't really work because the attack gets too soft, and it kind of softens out because the coils are so far from each other. It kind of shouldn't work, but I don't know why. Maybe it's the plate that we added, and the big magnets, and the Harry Hoysel did a wonderful job, balancing the bridge pickup and the middle pickup. The middle pickup is not used alone at all. It's only doing cool stuff with the other pickups. So, well, you have to hear it. But it's better to hear what it does than me talking about it.
All right, let's hear it. Way cool. All right, before we go, I gotta ask, what are the woods on this?
We have alder body and maple neck with Arctic birch fretboard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Real cool.
And all the guitars have stainless steel frets.
Cool. So
And
they'll last a
moose-
long time.
Moose shin bone nuts.
Nice. Juha, Antti, thanks for showing us these awesome guitars. Where can people go online to find out more about them?
Ruokangas.com.
It's RUOKANGAS.com. Right?
That's correct.
Sweet. I'm Sean Hamlin with PremierGuitar.com. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss a beat with our Musikmesse coverage.